Next. Claire looked at the guild employee, who looked at their group with a polite smile, calling them over when she was available. Finally, Bill grinned in relief at being able to reach the front of the line after waiting for so long. Abby looked at Bill before shaking her head, as though not wanting to deal with him at the moment. Though they had to wait for a while, it wasn't such a big deal, at least in Abby's eyes. "What am I going to do with him?" was written across her face. Being the one that suggested the job and understanding what was happening, after having researched the matter, Cammy placed the paper with the job details on the counter. "I would like to register my group for this job." She smiled at the lady in the guild uniform. Claire looked at her and then the other guild employees. Just like the different locations, the way they presented themselves left a deep impression on her. The woman they were speaking to had the appearance of someone in her mid-20s. Her green hair neatly arranged and tied into a bun. What attracted Claire's eyes were the slightly pointed ears. It was clear that the woman was a demi-human. Holding the document, the woman carefully read through the details of the job. Occasionally, she'd glance at each one of them. When she finished reading the contents, she smiled and placed a crystal that was out of view in front of her. "Please place your bracelet close to the crystal. I'll have to verify your levels before we continue." Without waiting, Cammy raised the arm that had the bracelet on it and allowed the crystal to scan the bracelet. Once it finished, she moved to the side and allowed for the rest of them with getting the bracelet scanned. Though there were more of them compared to other times, it wasn't long before the 6 of them had their levels confirmed by the worker. Though your levels don't meet the required amount for the job, there have been enough people placed on it for you to join. She congratulated them as she placed the crystal out of view behind the divider. Taking the job paper, the worker attached some kind of identifier. "I've attached your group with this job. If there are no additional questions, I'll be going over the required information." She looked at them, waiting for confirmation. "Please, continue," Cammy said to the worker. Nodding, the demi-human continued. "This job requires you to follow the assigned supply cart to its destination. When you reach the mines, please do not wander off. You'll need to stay by the car at all times until it returns to this location." She paused for a moment before saying, "This job has a duration of 1 day before you'll need to report to the guild. Since this is the closest guild location, if we do not hear from you after several days, adventurers will be assigned to locate your group." Claire remembered that the guild required all adventurers to keep the guild informed of their progress with the job. The smile that was on the worker's face was now gone, replaced with a stern expression. "If it's discovered that it was due to negligence and you fail to report to the guild, you'll be charged 500 guild points. This amount will be expected to be received by the end of the day the fee is issued. Please confirm." The worker directed her gaze at each one of them. "We understand," they all said, having heard this before. Though it was typical, Claire felt a sense of nervousness each time. Compared to previous jobs, the fee was significantly raised. The only job where the fee was higher than this one was the one where we had to take down the armored bear. The fee was 1,500, slightly higher than what the job paid. Even though this job is reoccurring, you're still expected to report to the guild once the supply cart arrives back here. If you wish to repeat the job, you just need to report to the line over there. The worker directed their attention towards a worker close to the job board. Compared to the other lines, it only had a few adventurers waiting to report in.